Hey everybody, happy Friday. This weekend's project is all about colors. So I want you to focus, let's see if I can get this to click. I want you to focus on specific colors. So take 10 photos per color. So you have red, yellow, and blue. And then you have orange, purple, and green. That would be 60 photos. So the last 40 photos, I want you to use colors to help express one emotion. And that emotion is your choice, okay? So for red, or when you're thinking about what to take photos of, you can start off simple and just focus on the color of the object, and the background can be plain. This is just a red paper clip on a piece of computer paper. It's a really nice macro shot, very central to the point. You could choose to use clothing, people, really your subject matter is up to you, but you still want, when you take the photo, for the color to stand out. So focus it on the red area. Notice the photographer could have taken it of the entire individual, but you can tell the focus is on the stockings. It's also really nice that the skirt is gray, the boots are black, and the background is green, which is complement of red. That all helps it to be a successful composition. Then here, just like your snow photography, you could have a pop of color, and I would call white a neutral color, neutral tone, and the red really stands out. I would approach this weekend in two different ways. One way is keep your background neutral, so the rocks here are neutral, even though they're textured, they're neutral. And then have the pop of color against the neutral background. And it's kind of funky, I never noticed it right away, but there's actually a person. This is a dress. And she's kind of blending into the background. So choose a neutral background, and instead of a flat surface, look for something textured. That just helps it look more interesting. Now this one, there's a ton going on here. You're on a street. She has lots of accessories on. However, her hair stands out, and there's red in the shirt. The rest is mostly neutrals, so I would still call this a red photograph. Now, that option, the first ones, was the subject was red. The second option could be the background could be the color. But if the background's the color, the main subject should be neutral. So here the background is yellow and the earrings are silver and white. Okay, so the focus still needs to be the color, but you can switch up whether it's the subject or the background that's the color. Giving you some freedom here. Also, please zoom in so that the backgrounds are not distracting. If I had the whole tree with the sun, with the dog running around, it may not stand out as yellow, but because I cropped in or zoomed in, it's obviously a yellow photograph. Now, if you're someone who wants to take portraits, you can do this too. You might just have to have your person bring a couple different change of clothes. And even though he is there, his colors are neutral, and hers is that pop of yellow that we're looking for. Or you can do something like this, where you go to Kroger's flowers section and take really zoomed in nice shots of some flowers, or buy a bouquet of flowers, whatever. So like I've already said, there are two ways to think about it. Capture the obvious colors. If you're driving past this store and it caught your eye, stop and take a photo. It stands out, and this is why you notice it, so take a picture of it. Or you could look for the not so obvious colors. So here the flowers are purple, but I would call this a blue photo because 90% of the frame is blue. Being an artist means you look at the world in a different way. You notice things others do not, and you make them beautiful. So yes, you might have to set up a still life if you're not willing to go and be adventurous out in the world, okay? So here there's pretty blue shoes with the nice neutral textured petaled flowers in the background. Now here, let's see, what did I say? The intensity of the blue is so much that the green becomes muted. And I would agree with that still. The background kind of, you're not really focused on that based on how bright this blue flower is. Now, a blurred background is a good way to emphasize your color. You can blur your background by changing your aperture, or you can do that in post-production, okay? Let me click away here. So this is just a photo of that construction. It's like a really big thing. And I couldn't find anything that was orange, so I just overlapped and kind of made a fun texture with it. And you guys can look for those opportunities. Sometimes you're going to have to make the still life to get the color you need. You can always, every project we're building and building and building, so this is similar to a couple weeks ago, but if you have objects like this at home, revert back to some of our old techniques. This is the inside of a lamp, and the normal people would not notice this, but you're the photographer and you look in the lamp and you're like, oh, that's oddly orange. Take a picture of it. So again, the focus should be the color, not the subject. The subjects here are red and blue, but the color of green pops out the most. So this would be a green photo. It's a great photo. This is obviously green, green, green. Everything's green except for the tree trunk. Even more green. So a lot of the photographs I showed were of organic objects, and these are things that are living, these are things that are in nature, these are people, animals, etc. Now, if you're not surrounded by organic objects, you do have to hunt and find things to get the color across. So here is the tabletop is green, the plate's white, but the napkin's also green, and the fork and knife are neutral. So setting up your own still like I already said, is you might have to do that. So the last 40 photos, we're going to do emotions in photography. Use colors to help express one emotion. So this is supposed to be nice and animated, but it's, you know. So I would say the focus is yellow, and you could get all sorts of emotions from this. What did I say? It was happy. Here you have the cute little ladybug, but I would call this green, right? Shamrock green. But what emotion are you getting from these? I'm going to say tranquil. I haven't done this in a year, so let's see what it is. Serene and relaxed. Kind of goes with tranquil. Let's guess the emotion here. Oh, this is a fun photo shoot. They had those little smoke bombs. The color's yellow. But what emotion do you get here? Confused is what I said. This is a photographer, and she uses multiple colors. And I thought she was interesting, so I wanted to add her in there if you need some inspiration. And I said this was curiosity. Oh, these are the primary colors. And I'm trying to do the same subject, so you realize you only have to do one like photo shoot, but take lots of different pictures. And then this is excitement. The emotion's excitement. More candy picture. Candy's a good pop of color. This one's super different emotion. I'm a positive person, so I was trying to go the other way here. That would be scared. The pop of color, though, is the red shirt. Primary colors again. What kind of emotion might this be? Frustration. Yeah, I agree with frustration. All right, so the weekend's project is colors. You need to take 10 photos per color: red, yellow, blue, orange, purple, green. The last 40 photos, you need to be a bit creative. Think of an emotion and try to use colors to help express the emotion. But that should only be one photo shoot for the emotion. Don't be walking around Kingdom Come saying every little thing is expressing happiness Just come up with one scenario, 40 photos from that photo shoot, just like we do in school, okay? These will be due on Monday. There is a worksheet or a packet that Allie can give to you, okay? And then the rest of class today is to finish up anything you're missing, and if you are done, then attempt to do the Worth 1,000 Words tutorial. Have a great weekend.